Welcome back to my channel. It's Dimma here. Happy New Year, everyone. I know that this is coming so late, but Happy New Year. I am so excited because this is my first serious video this year, and I want to start out by just apologizing because I know that a lot of you are getting really impatient with me, like, Dimma, what's wrong with you? But I decided to take some time off towards the end of last year, beginning of the year, to just do a couple of things for myself, and I am where I need to be now mentally, and I also think that I'm prepared for just work this year because I feel like last year was such a good year for me in terms of this whole thing, okay? And I'm not even saying this based on subscriber counts. I have had years where I've gained more subscribers than I gained last year, but in terms of growth in other areas of my life and in other areas in my own career outside of subscriber count on YouTube, last year was really good for me in terms of the opportunities that I got, and I was so grateful. So I wanted to take out some time to just plan things out this year, in terms of quality, content, video ideas. I want to give you guys the best. So that's what I spent time doing. I know that it kind of took a bit long, but then I think it was necessary as well. So thank you guys so much for just being patient with me. This video is not going to be hardcore or anything. It's not a tutorial. You're not here to learn anything. Maybe discover new things. Yes, but you're not here to learn anything, one. And two, I'm not tackling anything heavy. I just wanted to share with you guys all the things that I loved last year. I think that it's a good way to start the year. And you don't have to be a woman or a girl to find this video helpful. Girls, boys, everybody's going to at least find a thing or two that will, I don't know, they will be interested in this video. So I'm just going to jump right into it, okay? The first thing that I wanted to just mention here or start out with was a podcast that I really started enjoying last year. I'm not really big on podcasts, or I wasn't up until last year, and I enjoy listening to them now. I enjoy listening to them while I drive. I listened to quite a few last year that I really did enjoy. The podcast that I'm going to be highlighting in this video is I Said What I Said, and it's by FK and Jola. Guys, before I started taking Twitter seriously, I knew who FK was, okay? Because her tweets, they precede her, okay? Her tweets were so popular that they would make it over to Instagram a lot, and Instagram used to be my number one platform at the time, just place to go look at what everybody's saying or thinking. And then I'd see a lot of people screenshot FK's tweets from Twitter and put them on Instagram. I followed Jola, funny enough, around the time that we had the Benue State floods, and people were contributing money for relief to donate things, and I was trying to figure out where to donate money to, and Jola's name popped up. A lot of people were recommending Jola, and then I started following her. But then Jola is hilarious, and I remember sitting down at a point and thinking, Jola and FK kind of remind me of each other in a very strange, weird way. They are both very funny. I wish they could do something together. And I went from thinking that to discovering that these two girls actually had a podcast. And I said what I said. And I remember the first time I ever saw Jola, I was like, you and FK, I was thinking you guys should do something. Imagine my shock when I realized that you guys actually had something together. So they're very, very funny. They tackle a lot of issues. They bring in a lot of exciting people, fam. They've had some wild people come on their podcast and just share very funny things and very serious things and very inspiring things and very helpful things as well. So I said what I said. I really like the podcast. They're my friends now, but outside of that, before they became my friends, I really just enjoy their podcast. So yeah, check out I Said What I Said, and if you have any other podcast that you would like to recommend, please recommend to me. So I'm going to move on to music now. I don't know the last time I listened to an album from the first song to the last, and then I'll replay everything again without skipping tracks until I think late last year when World came out with his album. Guys, if you don't know who World is, please, you need to get on World ASAP. His concert was one of the few that I went to last year. I remember kind of ranting a little bit about how things went because I wasn't really happy, but guys, he is really talented. He's done a lot of songs with SARS. You guys know who SARS is? SARS is SARS on the beat. SARS is the beat. When you think SARS, you think amazing beats, okay? I first heard Trouble, and then I heard Ego, and then he came out with this beautiful album. Guys, I love every single song in this album. I'm going to have a picture somewhere on the screen already, but check out World if you've not gotten into him yet. He's so talented, and I saw him live and the show was good. So guys, check World out, okay, if you've not heard anything from him before. Okay, so last when it comes to songs, you guys know that I am Christian and I listen to a lot of gospel music, and I've shared some of the ones that I really love on just social media. Most of the time, Insta stories, I share them a lot. Twitter, sometimes I tweet about them. But I've been enjoying a couple of songs from some artists called Hillsong Young and Free. So they have this album called I think that's what it is, but it's like 3 digits. And I really love, from this album, I love Peace. I remember last year when things were just really, like I was worrying myself to death, and there's this song on the album called Peace. Guys, the song is so beautiful, so beautiful. I'd highly recommend that you like download or check out the one that isn't the live one. I prefer the studio version of the album to the live one. So Peace and then Highs and Lows, beautiful songs. So check them out if you love gospel music, okay? Moving on, you guys also know that I've shared on Instagram that I really love smoothie bowls. I started enjoying them sometime mid last year, I think after August. And when I love something, I try to start finding other ways to just enjoy it a lot more. And I got these bowls. I even had, like, I have smoothie bowls every day these days, but then, and they're very healthy and they fill you up, and they're very good if you're on any type of diet as well. But to enjoy my smoothie bowls a lot better, I got these are coconut bowls that I got from Amazon. I bought this when I traveled for YouTube Black, so I ordered it from Amazon and I had it delivered, and they come with wooden spoons. I'm going to attach the price. I can't remember how much I bought it for on Amazon, but it wasn't that expensive. They're also very fragile. So here's the thing. If you've not seen my video on brands that deliver to Nigeria, please go check it out. I'm going to say this again. Amazon partnered with DHL, UPS, and Aramex sometime 2 years ago just to help make delivery a lot better this part of the world. So if you order from Amazon these days and put a Nigerian address, it will be delivered to you via these 3 options. And they kind of factor in tax and customs when you're placing an order. And if something is very fragile or very heavy, just know that the shipping and handling gets more expensive. So this is fragile. I'll not recommend that you order this from here because it's going to be very expensive for you. But if you're in the States, you can order this. If you have someone coming from the UK or America, maybe you can order this and have it sent to them. But these are really cute. I really love them. Okay, so moving on, I did quite a bit of traveling last year and I tried to find a few things to make traveling easier for me. So the first thing, for anyone who is a makeup enthusiast like me, or just a makeup artist, or if you just want to do your makeup comfortably when you travel, I got this mirror from Miniso. So I went to Miniso to just sometimes I feel like there is no reason to enter Miniso, if we are being very honest. So I can't remember what I went into Miniso to get, but I know it was definitely not this mirror the day that I saw this mirror. Guys, this mirror is just like wrapped in very solid cardboard paper. It's very lightweight, okay? And it's just very easy to travel with. It's big enough for you to do your makeup in front of like a big mirror or with a ring light or whatever type of light. It's just a very good mirror and it's very sturdy. This has made just traveling with mirrors very easy for me. It's not heavy. You're not trying to figure out where to put it. It's just flat. You slide it. You can even slide it into your hand luggage. It's just nice. And you can also just get it to stand, because I don't like holding mirrors when I'm doing my makeup. I love to have the mirrors on a surface and I look at it while I do my makeup, and this is perfect for that. So you just like open it up and then you do this and the mirror is standing, guys. It's standing. It's perfect. This is perfect. So the next thing, this I ordered from Amazon and I had it delivered to me here, is this makeup case. This reminds me of these like Zuka cases, Zuka boxes that makeup artists use to travel. This is also very solid. This made traveling with my makeup so easy because normally I'd have 2 different purses. I'd have like my brushes and tools in one purse, and then I have the actual makeup in another purse. And then you know how like lumpy and bulky makeup can get when you try to fit everything into a purse. So it's not neat. This makes it really easy. Let me open it and just to show you guys what it looks like. So this place just comes with dividers. You can use this to just divide the box however you want and just section your makeup. Everything fits in here, guys. Every single thing fits in here. It just makes traveling with makeup very easy. And I don't put my brushes in a separate purse anymore. There's this section here for brushes, so I just slide my brushes in here, and just behind that there's extra space here for you to put other stuff. So I tend to put like my scissors and tweezers and stuff in there, but this is good. So if you travel with makeup, like quite a bit of makeup like I do, I'd highly recommend that you check this out. I bought it on Amazon. There's a little stain here. I'm going to try to wipe this off, but guys, this is such a good makeup box to travel with. The next thing that I'm going to mention again, because I think that I've talked about this so much at this point, I did a video last year talking about things that changed my makeup game last year. I've also done a couple of videos where I just kept on stressing on this. It's the Zaron Oil Block Mattifier, guys. This is such a good product, okay? I'm hoping that you guys can see, but yeah, it looks like this. It's such a good product. It controls oil. I use it only on my T-zone. My makeup lasts a lot longer. I don't get shiny as quickly as I would on a normal day. It's also not that expensive. You can get this from any authorized Zaron reseller, or you can get this from any Zaron store. Just like, it's amazing. So if you have oily skin like me and you struggle with like your makeup separating or not lasting in certain areas or parts of your face, try the Zaron Oil Block Mattifier. I love it. It doesn't dry the skin out. It just does what it's supposed to do. When I was talking about like digital media things, I forgot to talk about like a movie that I watched last year. I think it's called Claus. Yeah, so like Santa Claus. And it's a Christmas movie. It's animated. It's animation. I saw it last year, and I don't know the last time that I enjoyed a Christmas movie that much. It was such a beautiful story, like a beautiful like take on Santa Claus and the Christmas period. It's also a Netflix movie, so you can watch it. It's really good. So if you didn't see Claus last Christmas when it first came out, I think it came out in November. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. If you didn't see Claus, please see Claus. It's such a beautiful movie, guys. I started it like skeptical and I just fell in love. I even tweeted about it at a point. So check out Claus if you didn't see it. I'm going to talk about books really quickly, and then after that I'll move on to more beauty products. So I have 4 books to share with you guys. I didn't read all of them last year. I read 3 last year. I read 3 last year and 1 the year before. And I talked about this one on Instagram already, but I never talked about it here on this channel. And it is Stay With Me by Ayobami Adebayo. Guys, this book was such a beautiful book. I do a lot of reading. And this year, I want to start sharing with you guys books that I really enjoyed. Like, do that on YouTube as well. I tend to talk about books a lot on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, by the way, what are you doing? It's Dimma Umeh. I'm patiently waiting for Chimamanda to write something new. I'm going to eat it up. Just recently, I got the second book in the Children of Blood and Bone trilogy. I got Children of Virtue and Vengeance, I think it's called. I've not read it yet. I'll tell you guys what I think after I read it. So the next book that I read last year and I really loved was Homegoing by Ya Gyasi. I hope I pronounced that right. She's a Ghanaian author, and this book was heavy. The writing was really, really good. It just spans across different timelines, but this book was heavy. But then it was heavy, but it was important. Homegoing is such an important book. It's such an important book. This book is so important, and I would highly recommend that you read it. After this, I really want to go to Ghana and visit some of the places that she mentioned in this book. But if you've not read Homegoing by Ya Gyasi, I'd highly recommend that you read it. It's a beautiful book. The next one is an old book that I think a lot of us read in primary school, but I actually never did. And it's Chinua Achebe's collection of short stories. It is called Girls at War. And it has a couple of like stories here. And I think that a lot of them were just they go from the timeline with some of these stories start from maybe the early 1900s up until shortly after the Nigerian Civil War. So if you've not read Girls at War, I think that these books like this, I think that books like this are always very easy for me to read. If the stories are short, I can read them in one sitting. Like I can read the whole thing in one sitting. So short stories, like collections of short stories, I actually love reading. The next book again that I'm going to show you guys is also a collection of short stories. It's by Leslie Neka Arima, and it's called What It Means When a Man Falls from the Sky. Okay? It's a collection of short stories too, and some of the book stories here, like, I've never seen anything like them before. Never from an African author. Never. So check them out. Some of the stories are quite heavy, they're not light, but then it was also well done. It was like beautifully written. I really enjoyed this. So moving on to the beauty stuff now. I have just like 3 items to show you guys when it comes to actual makeup or makeup products. The first is ABH Dewy Set. I've talked about this. I talked about it a lot last year. And this is the first setting spray that I can say with my chest that I really, really love. You know, when people, like, I have oily skin, and you know this thing about when you've used a lot of powder, you're trying to make the makeup look not as matte. What I found with a lot of like setting sprays that do that for people who have oily, acne prone skin is that 1, it breaks me out or breaks us out, or 2, it just makes our face greasy. This is the only setting spray that I'd say has made my makeup like look really like not as powdery when I'm done with it, but then again, it doesn't break my makeup up. It makes my makeup still last as long as it should. So check out ABH Dewy Set, and I feel like if this works like this for me, it will work like amazing for people who have like normal to dry skin. So check this out. And I have 2 eyeshadow palettes from ABH as well. I've talked about a lot of makeup that I enjoyed last year. These just stand out to me for like very particular reasons. This, as far as I'm concerned, is one of the best makeup collaborations last year. It's the ABH X Jackie Aina palette. I used it on my eyes today and I really love it. Like, I love this palette so much. It's not overhyped. I'm not saying it because it's Jackie, it's worth your money. And this one is the Nirvana Palette, the Volume 1 palette, yeah, from the new line. And this, I feel like, is perfect for beginners. So if you're someone who is just starting out with makeup and you're not really sure where to start, there are 3 of these now. There's a light blue one, there's an orange one, and there's this purple one. This I would highly recommend you get if you're not sure which one to get from the 3. I really love this. This is a lot more versatile and you can create so many looks from this one alone. So yeah. Okay, so next I'm going to talk about this perfume, and I've talked about this before. It's by Bulgari, I believe. Yeah, it's by Bulgari, and this is the Roman Night Absolute. This is the gold here, and I've talked about this so many times on Instagram. If you want to smell like $1 million, go and get this. Go and get it, please. Okay, it was hands down my favorite perfume from last year. So the last thing that I'm going to share with you guys here is kind of random, but I know that a lot of you are going to appreciate it, especially if you live in Lagos and you live on the island. The water here is not really the best. I, for one, know that from VI downwards, the water can be very shitty, and sometimes like people just have issues with the pumping system and all of that. When I moved into my new place sometime last year, there was this period of time where the water was so bad. They were trying to fix it and it was taking too long. So I started trying to figure out what I could use like as a temporary solution, like taps or faucets or something that I could get to just kind of purify water instantly for me. And I did my research and I ended up going with something I found on Amazon. I'm going to attach a screen here. I have about 2 of them, 3 of them. They are currently installed in different parts of my house, so I can't show them to you guys here, but I'll attach a screenshot. And this is so easy to install because I just got it and I kind of just screwed it on myself. You don't need extra equipment to install this, but this purifies your water instantly. I'm going to attach a clip.
You can see the color. This is the color of the water coming out from the sink. This is pure water. So this is pure water. This is the water coming out from my sink. So if you turn the thing here, right, and open it again, then this is the water coming out from this filter thing. Okay. Can you see the difference? So this is pure water. This is water from the filter, which is much cleaner. This is water coming out from the tap.
It works great. They come with filters that you have to just replace, and that's what I have here. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm so happy that I'm back to filming. I will see you guys in my next one, and please make sure that you watch my next video because it's an unboxing that you guys requested during the Christmas period, and there's a massive giveaway. There's going to be a massive giveaway in that video, so please don't miss out on that. Watch that video. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next one.